Recently, I've been moving into a new office, and it kind of got me thinking, what is considered to be the minimum viable office? What do I need to get for an office to be an office? Well, we're going to figure out what is the minimum viable office and can it be built for less than $20. Let's find out. For the sake of this video, we're going to define an office as a place that promotes productivity or efficiency for a particular job or project or purpose. We are also going to assume that your employer is going to provide any sort of computer equipment, because that stuff can be pricey, but it is required for pretty much every job. Now, in order for the office to be considered complete, we're going to have some rules. First, we have to be able to stay organized. Second, we have to be able to process any sort of administrative task. And third, we have a $20 budget. Those are the rules for this challenge. Now, I realize that this is fairly open, so if you have any ideas for any additional rules for a quote-unquote hard mode, do let me know down in the comments below. However, if you comment a rule, you have to subscribe just so that way you see the video when it comes out. Now, with that out of the way, let's go shopping. So currently we are in Walmart. This is also the first time I've been filming in public. I don't like it, but there's a whole lot of stuff on the opposite side of the wall right here. And we're gonna go check that out. I can't film over there just because there's a whole lot of employees and YouTubers have a history of being kicked out of Walmart, and I like this Walmart. Right now we're just kind of optimizing for a lot of different things, but I will see you all in the office in a moment. Okay, so now we're back from shopping. So one thing I already had on hand, which we're gonna factor into the cost, is this little office set. It's not registered as an office set, but it's like a desk organizer. Basically, it's this little pen gear thing. I think it's like $5.20. So our total for shopping was $14.07 for everything in the bag. Plus this is about $19 and change. Some of the things we got from shopping. First up was a dry erase board with dry erase marker. With the dry erase marker and the magnet, this kind of is a really nice desk organizer. If someone tells you that, hey, you need to have a meeting or something to that general effect, you can jot it down really quickly. So that's really nice. Next up is a basic composition notebook. Now this one is plastic and very flimsy, which I'm not a big fan of. When it comes to taking notes, like whether it be in an office meeting or writing down a daily to-do list, this is basically a necessity. Plus with the desk organizer, you can just throw it right there. So we're gonna set this up as if we were actually having an office. So yeah, normally I would try and prop this up, but right now we're just gonna have this as like a side note. Next up, so this is a dotted notebook. Now this kind of serves the same purpose as the composition notebook, although the composition notebook is a little more task oriented. This is going to be much more weekly and monthly planner associated, and you can also jot down little diagrams and things, because if you've watched any of my other previous productivity videos, you know that I do that a lot. Being able to quickly sketch out like a month or be able to have like a little checkbox for different tasks, very handy indeed. Pencils and pens, I did splurge a little bit on the pens just because I've used these since high school and I absolutely love them. Now the pens and pencils are nice and organized, and there's a couple things which I feel like are both kind of understated. First off are index cards. That just is great to have on hand because you can use an index card everywhere. You can also fold them to have like little stands. That way, like if you want to like have your desk covered in a whole bunch of like small notes, nice and easy. And last but not least, we have a stapler. Now, I did not realize how much of a necessity this was until I moved into my apartment, but anytime I am dealing with any sort of paperwork and there's multiple pages, again, we're working under the assumption that your employer is providing like a printer and anything technologically based. So this is just to kind of cover your end, so that way whenever you have a 12-page report, you can just click it. This is what I would consider to be the most basic setup for an office. Again, this was a little bit more open-ended, so if you all have any ideas for any more complicated versions of this challenge, do let me know down in the comments below. However, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my other productivity videos, especially the one where I teach little tricks and tips on how to survive college. That one's pretty good. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll learn something new in the next video.